This will be a short video explaining how to import data into Access from an Excel spreadsheet. There is data in many sources, and data sources can include text files, spreadsheets, or other databases. So you can pull information from all these different varieties of places, and they're all known as a data source. Data can sometimes be found in specially formatted text files called CSV files or comma separated values files, which is a text file where every row contains pieces of information separated by commas. And of course, there are also different types of files that are separated by either a space, a tab, or other characters. All of these types of sources can be imported into Access. The External Data tab in Access allows us to import data from different sources. It also allows for exporting data. So you can see on this image of the External Data tab, you've got saved imports and you've got import and link from Excel, Access, or text files. And on the other side, you also see the export to an Excel file, to a text file, or email, or other options. So there's a lot of options. And also, once you practice importing data from Excel or any other source, you can save those steps and repeat it over and over again in the future as a saved import. Now here's an example of some data in Excel that I want to import into Access. So I have a billing spreadsheet which contains a billing ID, a patient ID, a therapist ID, a start date and an end date for the billing session or for the therapy session. We're talking about data from a physical therapy business here, and the number of sessions and the amount. So this information was just saved in a text file, or actually, well, it could have been stored in a text file, but it's actually in an Excel file right now. So I'm going to go into my database. So I have a database here about physical therapy, and you notice that there's a table called billing that already exists. Now it doesn't have to already exist. It is possible to import data from a database, or sorry, import data from a spreadsheet and use the first row as the headings for the columns of this table. But you can see that this data matches the data that's inside the spreadsheet. So we have a field for the billing ID, the patient ID, the therapist ID, start date, the end date, the amount, and the sessions. So I simply go onto the External Data tab and I go to Import from Excel, and I can click Browse, and I find where my data was stored, and there's the file that I want to import. So we see a spreadsheet, we see a window called the Get External Data, and select the source and destination of the data. So the source file was the spreadsheet that I want to import, and I have a few options. I can import the source data into a new table. If the table does not exist, Access will create it. Well, in this case, it does exist. I want to append a copy of the records to the table called billing. If the specified table exists, Access will add the records to the table. So in this case, I have a table that already exists, but there's no data in it. Or even if there was a few records, append would be the right one to add records into the table. So I hit OK. And you might get this message. The table which you're trying to append to is currently open and must be closed. Do you want to save your changes and close the table? Yes. So remember that you always have to close your tables within Access before you continue on with working on something else. So your spreadsheet file contains more than one worksheet. Well, we only want to take the data off of sheet 1, and I don't need to show the worksheets, but that is an option. I can just hit Next here. And Microsoft Access can use your column headings as field names. Does the first row specified contain column headings? And yes, it does. It's already pulled them, and it knows that it matches the data in the Access table. So I can't even change this option. So it already knows that the first row contains column headings. So I can go to Next, and then it says Import to the table, and that's perfectly okay, and I can hit Finish. Now it says that I've finished the importing. Do I want to save these steps? This will allow me to quickly repeat the operation without using the wizard. And right now I don't want to save these steps, so I'm going to hit close. Now I can open the billing table, and all of my data has been imported, and I didn't have to type it in individually. Thanks, and have a great day.